Hello, I'm here with Terry Grasso, facilitator of the Kids First Center Step Parenting Program. Welcome to you, Terry. Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me, Beth.
So we mentioned the Kids First workshops. There's so many great workshops for parents that are going through separation and divorce or coming into a new family as a step parent, and you guys offer such a wonderful resource for these people kind of walking into these unknown situations. The Step Parenting Program is pretty popular, and it happens 5 times a year?
Yeah, that's about right. About every other month.
Okay, and you've got one coming up. Do you want to tell us about it?
Yes, our next program will be August 8th.
Great.
And it's a 4-hour program. They're always held on a Saturday, and they're always held from 8:30 to 12:30.
Perfect. Just the right amount of time.
Yes.
Very good. And what can people expect? You know, I'm sure you get people from all walks of life, from all different situations, but when you show up for a Kids First program, what do you think, what can one person expect? What can a couple expect?
Well, what's interesting about the Step Parenting Program, sometimes I feel like the name can be a little bit limiting. Someone will come and say, well, I'm not the step parent, I'm the biologic parent, can I still come? Of course. It is only for adults, it's not for the kids, but it is for, we've had folks come who are thinking about getting remarried.
Right.
We've had folks that have been in a step parenting situation for 8 years and have come in and said, we're having struggles and can you help us? Or there's the couples that are just,
just starting
remarried
out.
or so. So it runs the gamut, and sometimes one of the partners will come and the other, so they don't always come as couples.
Great.
So it's kind of a variety of folks can come and benefit from the program.
And the program accommodates for whatever your situation, pretty
Exactly.
much.
I think people are surprised that how much they can learn from each other, even at different points in the process and different types of families coming together. Everybody is so different.
Yeah. So what's the meat and potatoes of this program? What happens?
I think one of the biggest things we like to do is to set appropriate expectations.
Yeah.
I think obviously if it's a step parenting, there's at least one person who has been a parent.
Right.
And they think, oh, been there, done that, and then they come into a step parenting program, step parenting situation, and may find that troubles arise, and that's surprising or catches
Right.
them off guard because their expectations aren't correct, and step families are different than first marriages. So we sort of help people set their expectations appropriately. One of the big shockers is that literature has shown that it does take almost a minimum of 4 years for a family to sort of gel together and everyone to feel comfortable with each other. They say 4 to 7 years. I think a lot of people think it's a lot faster than that.
Yeah,
so that's
they
one
think
of the
they're going
first.
to come into this program, get some tips, go home and try them, and everything's going to be great. But
yeah,
it is a slow
by
process.
Christmas we'll be doing good, and it's like, well, maybe after you've had 3 or 4 Christmases together,
Sure.
where you build experiences and good experiences and challenging experiences that you've gotten through together. That's really what makes the glue that sticks families together, so that just takes time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Another thing we like to do is we're really big on having people come away with understanding different perspectives. So we really break it down into, simplify it a little bit, but into what the step parent is feeling, what the
Right.
biologic parent is feeling, what the child is feeling, and even what the other parent is feeling in the other household.
Right.
And then in some ways, all those pieces need to work together.
Right, you have to be conscious of what everybody's where everybody's coming from.
Exactly, and so people we say are experts on themselves,
Right.
and hopefully they leave being a little more aware of others.
A little bit more conscious of how the other people are taking things. Well, this is a great segue onto a new book that the Kids First Center came out with, specifically around the children and what they go through.
Exactly.
Tell us about the book.
The book is terrific, I think. Kids First program, the Kids First Center has been around for 10 years. However, the Kids First program was done in basements and churches for 10 years even before that. And we realized we had a lot of experience and knowledge right here in Portland with real families, real kids, and we put out information that the kids really told us. And it's called, I'm just going to look at my notes here.
Yeah,
Kids First, What Kids Want Grown-Ups to Know About Separation and Divorce. And it walks through a lot of stages of divorce, different types of residencies, And it even has a chapter on new relationships, new beginnings, which is kind of the step parenting.
Right, that incoming stranger.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
Well,
so
it sounds like
really
a really
runs the
powerful book. I mean, a really powerful book to get that, and so enlightening for, you know, parents and step parents as they're coming together, trying to figure out what's going on in the minds of their children during this process. So, well, we have to wrap it up, but I would like to please extend to you an invitation to tell people how can they get involved, how do they find out more information or register for this program or one of the many other wonderful programs that Kids First Center offers.
Yes, luckily we have a great website, and it's called kidsfirstcenter.org.
Great.
And that has our phone number, our location on St. John Street, and has the many programs that we have, and a link to purchasing this book also.
Oh,
if
great.
people would like to buy our book from our website.
The one-stop website.
Exactly.
And just tell us again the date of the next workshop.
The next workshop is August 8th, and if your summertime is booked, the next one after that will be October 10th.
October 10th. Okay, so August 8th and October 10th from 8:30 to 12:30?
Correct.
Great.
Saturday.
Well, thank you so much for being here, Terry.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Nice